And gentlemen, today I'm here with Triple M, and we are going to discuss the concept and the thoughts around the enabler. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's allow Triple M, Matlou, Moepi. She will be addressing us on the issue of the enabler. Over to you, Triple M.
Thank you so much, my brother. I think let's start here. When we had a conversation the other day, I just liked something that you ended up or wrapped up with. You had indicated from our conversation at the end that the universe will conspire to enable your desires. I think we can start it there. When you were actually stating that, something came to my mind, and it actually reminded me of a movie that I once saw. Probably you know it. Yeah, Mr. Bean.
Okay.
On that video or on that film, Mr. Bean wanted to see the beach. I'm just making an example so that, we would then understand this conspiring that you were referring to. So now, Mr. Bean, he was watching a movie, and when the movie ended, towards the end, as he is going outside of the movie house, he looked to his left, and there was that door. Actually, it had a reflection of an ocean. He wanted to go to the ocean so bad. His mind was like, you know what? I want that ocean. He wanted that feel of the holiday. He was wearing a suit because he went to a movie like that. And getting out of the movie house, following that window, in his mind, he did not think of what is needed for me to get to the beach. He walked. Hante, the door was actually the end of the movie house. It was actually a window. But because in his head, he wanted that beach that he saw, he walked out. Now, how the universe conspired, as he stepped, he did not look where he was going. And from the roof came a truck. When he was about to step off the roof, falling, he did not fall. Somehow, where he was walking, it was actually a traffic light whereby there was a lineup of trucks awaiting for the green light for them to move. But at that particular moment, Mr. Bean's universe conspired for him and for his desires because the trucks were lined up for him to walk to the beach. Should he had doubts about his desires, he would have looked back and realized, hey, I'm about to fall. You would have then moved back. So by that, I wanted to say, regardless of the conspiration that is done by the universe, you as a person, you need to have focus as well as, look forward then to what you want to achieve.
Wow.
So when I was referring to an enabler, I think you and I, my brother, and the people out there that are watching and following you, they would know that if we were enablers of our lives, I believe that I would be driving an RR today. Because should I have the power to enable things that I desire in my life, I'm sure I would go to a store and just point at the Rolls Royce that I like and I will get it out there. However, the world doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that. And the things that I lined up for me, for my destiny, the thing that are lined up for you, for your destiny. At times, we feel as if they are delayed. Because, for example, I will give you an example. I want a house and I want it now because I do not have a dwelling. But for me to eventually get that house, I must work hard. I must have the money. I must have the people that show me what houses are vacant and available. They must be available themselves or someone must build. So because I don't have the power to enable my life, I rely on faith. After relying on faith, faith meaning you believe in the unseen and you believe that whatever I need, eventually I will get. That is faith. And along with that faith, as I was indicating an enabler and giving examples of different enablers according to different beliefs and customs, Tsarona as people. And one would say, along, you were saying, what does one do in the meantime that you are awaiting an enabler? In the meantime, as a person, with the example that I've just given you, I will look, identify what is it that is needed for me to get a house? What is it that I can do to get there? Firstly, you would identify. Then one, for me to be able to get a house, I must have finances. I've identified what is my hindering or what is my mountain in front of me. I have children, they are 5. I'm not comfortable where I stay. I want a dwelling that will accommodate myself and my 5 children, but I don't have the finances to buy the house. I have prayed, if one is Christian. The one that does ancestors has done the rituals and wait. Nothing will come until you as an individual take steps. As I was saying, it is a responsibility of one to ensure that you get there. Kasisutu, there is an idiom that says, Homo otsoshiwa ye itsoshang. Translating that into English means you have to make an effort so that you can get assistance to get where you want to get to. So an enabler in this case, it is your higher being that you believe in. But at that time, we believe, in my case, I believe and have faith on the things that I haven't seen before. I just have a positive energy that says, yes, I will get the house eventually because that is what I desire. And I have asked my higher power for it. However, along the way, I must also make an effort for me to eventually get to the goal of a house. So I think I've just given you a basic of enabling. Another example might be, let's go to one that believes in ancestors or rituals. Others believe in both. They would usually say Mudimu le Badum, meaning God and my ancestors. That is that person's higher power. And they would do everything, do all the rituals that are required, as well as pray to the Lord because they believe on both. And in the meantime, you as an individual, you need to take that step. You can't just say, you know what, I desire the house, oh, the universe, hear me, I desire, I want it, and you sit and you wait. Believe you me, you will wait forever. You will wait forever. Because you are the only person who knows what needs to be done with your life to get where you want to go. It's intimate, it's just you. that can enable it by your actions and your steps that you take. Also identifying what is hindering that. Very important. If it's gambling that I am addicted to, that is taking all my money, and that is a mountain in front of me, I need to stop that habit or try everything that I can do for me to get rid of the habit that is taking money away from my family. Because I've identified it, and work towards your goal by removing those mountains that I was talking about. At times I said the mountains are too heavy, they need assistance. Yes, if it's counseling that one needs in order for that person to be able to get out of a habit that takes away the money, go to that. Do whatever it takes for you to remove the mountains on your way to reach your goals so that your enabler can meet you halfway. As I said, kgomo go thushiwa e thushang.
So effort, we have to put in effort to allow the enabler
Yes,
come into play.
correct.
Now, let me ask you. I want you to give me some examples of people who have heavily relied on enablers and they became so successful.
Yes, you must remember, as human beings, we have different abilities. We are uniquely designed like that. We are not the same. In the house, you might have 5 children. Each one of them is uniquely designed. So, as people as well, we have different methods and strengths that we use along as people. Each and every child, when you're at school, there's a question that is usually posed. It is posed by the teachers of where you go to school. It is posed by families. It is even posed by your family members, your relatives. They would tend to say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And that question is posed throughout your life, from childhood, kindergarten stage, to a point where one is doing the last year of school before they go to college. You would get those kind of questions. What do you want to be when you grow up? And if I recall, from early age up to the age of last years of high school, my answers were different. Yes, I was in primary school when I said, I want to be an astronaut. I saw myself shooting rocket, going up there and just do things that are not done usually. I saw myself there. I was young like that. To me, dreaming was good because I didn't think about how. I just wanted to see myself there. And age happened, growing and matured a little bit. You go to high school, the same question posed. Now at high school, my answer would be different because I would think, oh, maybe I'm not good in maths. Then we put our own limits. We limit ourselves by curbing our abilities and thinking, oh no, maybe because I'm not good in maths, I can't do that. Then you start changing the answer. My answer changed to a chemist. I wanted to own a lab when I was in high school, and that I would talk about, and I was good in chemistry. Then I would realize my strengths and abilities at that particular moment. Then my answer changed. I wanted to do something with chemicals. I wanted to do, something like that. But the reality was something different. As you were talking about enablers, my reality was totally different from what I had desired. And one would ask yourself, then what happened to my enabler? Why am I getting this? I wanted that. After all, what I know and what I understand is that everything that is happening in my life, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, is for my own good. That is the understanding that I have. My understanding might be different from you. Once I realized that it's okay, it means what has come my way is this. Believe you me, my brother, I ended up being in hospitality. At that time, at college, I was with my peers. We were having dreams together in high school whereby we shared our dreams. I talked about chemistry with my friends. They told me their stories. But the reality was something that I was ashamed of. I don't want to lie to you. Because to me, it was narrowed down from bigger dreams of being an astronaut, changed into becoming someone who will be working at the CSIR because that was my dream, but it was toned down to saving guests. And, you know, that on its own, I felt narrowed. That's the feeling that I got at that particular moment. However, that was available in front of me. And if each and everyone was able to enable their lives, I'm sure I could have enabled my life to be in that class, chemistry. But because I don't enable my life, I have an enabler that enables my life. It came to that. I said to you, I believe and I know that everything coming my way, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, is for my own good. I took that and I ran with it. There was nothing I can do. It was the only option available for me. I took it positive. I said, it's okay. I am here now. Then what do I do with this? I studied, I did everything in my ability and power to shine. And I shined in my career. The narrowed down career made me to shine. And I thank God for that. I thank my enabler for allowing me to be driven to something that I did not think I am capable of. And today I am grateful. At times we get things that are unpleasant. At that particular moment in time, we do not understand why. And even if you might dig, you might not even find an answer. But later on, you realize, oh, it was for my own good. So now, an enabler can give you something that is good for you. At that particular moment, you don't know that is good for you. You wish for this. And it doesn't happen. I would like to give you an example, my brother, of what I just articulated in this context. It's just an example. I gave an example earlier of one that desires a house because he's got a family, and inside the family, there's also dependents that are depending on him. And then that person eventually managed, let's say, managed to get through that habit of a gambling that took money away from this family. He came right. Eventually, he managed to acquire a house. After acquiring her house, then the job, everything is going well, and suddenly, boom, everything shuts. I'm giving you an example.
Yeah.
This particular individual, let's give it a name. Let's say it's a man. This man is the head of the family. The dependents are dependent on this person to bring food in the house. And one day, they receive a call and say, you know what, unfortunately, we're closing the company, we're not making enough money, they got retrenched. Then you can imagine what is happening inside that person. They would think that the whole world has just shuttered. Because after all, you go home, there is nothing to provide for your dependents. And you look around, there's nothing showing that there's a possibility of even getting a job. Then look and ask people, yeah, please help me, guys, I need employment. And the gates look like they're shut. Sending CVs everywhere as soon as possible, every night, making sure that you send hundreds of CVs by email, hoping for that call that say, come for an interview. At that time, the world looks blue or dark. There is no light that you see. Now, can you imagine that kind of a situation when you have children in the house saying, Papa, I'm hungry? It is very painful. It is very painful. So in this case, you would ask me, then what happens? Because to an enabler, I've done everything. Let it be a ritual. Let it be a goat that is slaughtered for my enablers to make things happen. Listen, you paid money, you went everywhere. You even went to the people who are called floor X-ray, the ones that are able to blow the bones, throw them down, and tell you about your life. You've done everything in your ability to try to change your situation. At the end, you feel you are down and out. And you think, if I have nothing left. I only have my faith. It becomes weak because you start doubting your enablers, your enabler. Because you start doubting that because of your current situation, it is very painful as a man. Let me tell you why I think it happens like that. I will give you my understanding. It might not be the correct one, but it's my understanding.
Yes, yes, yes.
As I said to you, everything that is happening in my life, I believe that is for my own good, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant. At that time, I don't see the good in that situation because I want food. The children are hungry. I need shelter. Everything is at risk. It can be taken away because there is no form of income. I can't think about any good at that time. I cannot even see it. Let me tell you why I think at times life happens like that. That is my own understanding. I believe that in each and every person there is a level of arrogance. I believe that in each and every person there is a level of pride. Those two, I believe they must be dealt with for you to be closer to your enabler. Situation blurs your source. Situation blurs, make it blurry. Because at that particular moment, I think it is because of me. I would then tend to, yeah, I can do it. You see, me, I can do this and this, forgetting that there is a higher power that enabled that situation for you. So now, when you come across that particular situation that is very unpleasant, you must understand that there is probably a level of arrogance inside me. There is probably a level of pride inside me that must be dealt with so that I can understand my source and understand that everything that I have, it is because an enabler enabled it. I think I've made it easy for you. I think I've articulated easy.
You have made it so easy. You have made it so you gave a very rich example to bring your point across. Thank you so much. But now let me ask you my parting short question.
Okay.
What is your secret? That in short, what is your secret that you have that makes the enabler to enable your desires to become true?
Okay. It is only one answer. Your mind must be positive towards your goals.
Mhm.
Even if you don't see the way you see blueless that I was talking about, as I was giving you an example, I say at that particular moment you see blue, change that frequency inside your head. You must understand that your brain has an ability to absorb things.
Mhm.
And whatever absorption that is going into your brain, it can be an infection that is spoiling the goodness inside. Putting it in a positive, I mean, putting it straight to your answer, a positive mind brings positive things. Yesterday or the other day when we were talking, I said, what you say eventually becomes.
Yeah.
If I keep on complaining about lack, I will experience lack because my brain registers lack.
Mm.
If I keep on praising, having gratitude, that positive energy brings positive things. Whatever your mind dwells on becomes. So the secret is this: change your negative thought channel, change it to a positive one. It is not easy, it becomes a habit when you do it often. And my example, I would like to refer to me because I know myself better. My example, when I feel blue, based on whatever situation that changed my mood, I would tend to remind myself that I must change my channel. It is the same as the radio frequency that you move. If it was not on channel, the sound would be shh. At that time, you want to listen to the news. However, you move it to a correct channel, you will be able to hear the news. So the channel is your thoughts. Bad or negative thoughts are changed with replacing them with happy ones. How? I will give you mine. I
Yeah.
am having a blue day. I play beautiful music that I sing loud to change my channel. That is my secret. Maybe it will work for you, or maybe someone else out there has a different one. They would probably share with us on your platform when they comment.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Matlou, I want to thank you for this session of today and this thoughts that you have shared with us today. In fact, I love what you said that everything that happens to us happens for our own good. You know,
I
it can,
believe that.
yeah, it can be good, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. At the end, it's for our own good. So everybody can relate to that. It's just maybe everybody's not aware of that. We are just more
Mm,
on, we are just more onto the pain side. This is what they have done to me. This is what happened to me. We are lingering more on the pain. We don't
yes.
look at a future. We don't look at an outcome. We don't look at, in fact, what did that pain bring into my life? Uh,
Mm,
yeah, how did it change the course of my life to the better? You know, or
mhm,
gave me the much needed fruits of my life that I'm eating today. Maybe it's
mm.
because of that pain. That's why I'm eating what I'm eating today, which is positive, which
So
is a good thing. So, what are your parting shot? What is your parting shot? What are your last words before we close?
the last words are this: let's have gratitude towards each other. Let's bless each other as human beings. Let's just practice being positive about life. And my last word is that there is no shame in hope. Whatever situation that you might find yourself in, whether it's difficult or it looks like a mountain bigger than Kilimanjaro, As long as one is alive, there is hope, and there is no shame in hope.